Welcome back. Dale Myers with Football Advanced. Today we're going to talk about cover three, some cover three basics. Cover three defense is basically saying I have three deep defenders. These three guys, their main job is to not get beat deep, to stay deeper than the deepest wide receiver. Three guys we're normally talking about. The first defense we're looking at is a four-man front. This would be more so like as I have it drawn up, this is more of a 4-3, I guess you could even say a 4-2-5. At any rate, we have four down linemen, three backers, and again, don't get caught up in terminology. 4-2-5, 4-3, we're really just playing with whether or not we have like an extra safety in the game or a nickel defender. It kind of doesn't matter. But in the basic four-man, four deep, I have two corners, a free safety and a strong safety. In the cover three defense, one of these guys is going to rotate strong or weak, and we're going to end up with one safety in the middle of the field. So that's one thing to understand, is that a cover three defense is what we call middle of the field close. There's a free safety in the middle of the field to stop the deep post. So this is great against teams that like to throw deep down the middle of the field. You have a center fielder there ready to snatch that thing out of the air. I like cover three. It became my defensive choice because it's fairly simple. Now there's two main things that you have to guard against, but it's fairly simple. I've had good success teaching it as a defensive coordinator. I always paired it up with, and a lot of people do this, cover three and man. I was a cover three team and a man team. It took me a number of years before I got into pattern matching. I didn't get into that until like the last 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years. I got into the pattern match cover three. And Nick Saban has some good stuff on the Rip Liz match. Mine is not, because I don't really run a four high defense. I'm showing you guys this because a lot of you run a two deep safety defense, but I'm more of a one high from the base look. All right. So anyway, I like cover three because it basically gives me an 8-man front. When one of these safeties, let's say this safety rolls down or rolls in here, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 men near the line of scrimmage. An 8-man front. So it's basically 8-man front football. So I got a lot of people near the line of scrimmage. Great against the run. Let's take a look at this in practical action. So on the snap, if you're a too high safety defense, one of these guys is going to have to rock down. Where you rock down, it's up to you as a coach. Some people, well, let's talk about what these other guys here do. This corner, deep third. This free safety is going to roll here, get to the middle of the field. This guy, deep third. Now, the reality of it is, let's go ahead and talk about this. You don't just go back. This free safety is in the bind, so you got to give your cornerback some rules on, don't just go straight back, but you want to kind of be in position to play four verticals. That's the one thing, your biggest threat in cover three defense is four people going up the middle of the field. But again, so these two corners are deep. Now this safety right here, well, let's talk about this guy. The wheel would be hook. This is the hook area, and deliver late to the curl, to the flat, excuse me. Curl flat, I meant to say. Curl flat. He has the curl area, right? In case this guy here runs a curl route, he'll get up underneath the curl and deliver late to the flat. Same thing over here. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this. This Sam. It depends on your defensive structure. Some teams don't do this. Some teams will widen that Sam out. They like to put 3 over 2. What do I mean? 1, 2, 3 defenders over our 2 receivers. Over here on the other side, 1, 2, 3 defenders over 2 receivers. A lot of teams like to do that, which I love that as an offensive guy, because when you do that, you left me a 5-man box and I will run that rock down your throat all game long. But some teams do like to do that. And again, I'm just being funny, because the reality of it is, if you do have that, your safeties are probably reading and ready to come downhill to fill in on run support too. But if you leave the 4-man box, this backer here then would have Again, curl, deliver late to the flat. Now, this mic then would open up to this hook right here, and this guy can come down into that hook. You could do it that way. Some teams, though, will just have the mic open to the side of the back. So the back is here on the right. This mic might open up and just drop to that. And then this safety right here would spin like into that hole right there. So basically we have like a short hook zone and a deep hook zone. Low hole, high hole player. And again, we got a free safety in the middle of the field. Maybe we'll do some more videos down the road on a low hole, high hole rack kind of thing. But so there are different ways to do this. But at the end of the day, this is kind of what you have. I like the first version though, where I had him in that hook, this safety coming down in this hook area, or blitzing again. This is just the basics. You can do whatever you wanted to do there. All right. So that's what we have here. Let's take a look over here. What I love to run, the 3-3 stack defense. Same kind of thing. Let's assume we're not blitzing anyone, but reality in my defense, we're bringing something at you. Same thing. Deep third, deep third, deep thirds. So this is my 3 deep. In my 3-3 stack, or known as a 3-5-3, we have 5 defenders if we're only rushing 3. This dog safety has curl to the flat, curl to the flat, the dog on the other side. And then now this backer here opens up, hook to that side, hook the curl, hook the curl, and then this backer right here is going to sit in this hole. We're going to, in either of these scenarios, the 3-5-3 or over here in this 4-3 or 4-2-5 look, we got to be conscious of receivers, of course, trying to cross our face. And let's go ahead and deal with the big problem, 4 verticals. What if this guy goes up the seam? This guy gives you an outside release. We get an outside release here, and we get up the seam. That's a doozy on your free safety. So that's one of the weaknesses of cover 3, 4 verticals. We'll do another video literally on how to defend 4 verticals, but like I already alluded to, I like to teach my corners to, we're going to play this guy. We don't have to, we got a sideline over here, right? There's a sideline. So, I don't have to be right here on top of him. I can be a little bit off of him, and that way I can fall here or I can fall there. And there are some other things. What you really want to do is, I teach, there's certain areas of the field I don't want these guys running in. So, but again, that's a little deeper dive for another video. The other thing that hurts cover 3 teams is a lot of these 3-level routes. Let's say, put this guy in motion, and then on the snap, we get this, and we get that. The good old stick route, one of my favorite plays. You play my team, you're going to see the stick route combination. Again, this is going to be a little bit of a problem here, because what we just did, this dog right here, he's in trouble. We just isolated him. We just put him in a bind. So your main thing that you need to defend against or be concerned about in a cover 3, this vertical, 4 verticals going up top on you, and then 3-level routes. There are other 3-level routes that can give you issues. I just drew up the stick route. So what we've evolved, so again, most people say, well, my answer to that is I'll go cover 1. That's fine. Cover 1 is fine if you got the studs. If you got the guys that can match up with their athletes, go cover 1. And if you guys know how to banjo pass off routes, go cover 1. If you don't, if you like some of the teams I've had in the past, you need a little bit more than cover 1. So eventually we developed a pattern match coverage. Not exactly Rip Liz, like what Nick Saban does, kind of my version thereof. Some of the same rules, but a little bit simple. I think it's for high school, you want it simpler. You could even teach it at the middle school level. So anyway, cover 3 basics. We'll go deeper into this. Next up, we're going to talk about probably some. So this was middle of the field closed coverage. So we closed it. We're going to talk about some middle of the field open coverages. Cover 2, cover 4 quarters, and then some 2 read stuff. Probably, I don't know if I'll do all that in one video. We'll see. So, leave some comments below. You like cover 3? Do you do country cover 3? See, we didn't even talk about that. What do you do with these guys? How do they play hook to curl or curl to flat? How exactly do you play that? Do you carry that receiver? How far do you carry him? How do you do your reroutes? So, I already said I'd do another video, but that's something to talk about. How exactly do you play that? Because again, you know, we need to do something with these seams, so we'll make sure we cover that in a future video. But again, leave me some comments. What do you like? What do you dislike about cover 3? Have you had success with it? Do you even use it as part of your base package or any sub package? My name is Dale Myers with Football Advance. Let's keep coaching them up. Take care.